What are you doing, Steve?
I was going through some newspaper clippings in late '56. I guess Dig magazine came out, and some other magazines were started up, and newspapers figured that they better capture the youth market, the rock and roll market, the burgeoning rock and roll market. So these LA Times didn't do it. They hated rock and roll, but community or suburban newspapers like the Pasadena paper, the Press Telegram, the Van Nuys News, and the Oxnard paper all started youth columns in '56, '57. This is the earliest one.
Oh.
And what's sort of neat is look at the missile motif.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
But some really nice illustrations. These are local teens. Kids ran the
Strictly for
paper.
Youth.
They wrote it.
The teen scene. Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of the teen scene.
Aren't those great? Look at this.
They are.
Here's a big ad for Peter Potter's Jukebox Jury. Another one. Lowrider scene first got some attention.
Yeah.
They reviewed records, and local records made the charts. That's one thing that interests me. That's why I looked it up. Like Glory of Love by the Velvetones. That never made any kind of chart action at all, but it made these charts. Or Dedicated to You by Sunny Night, Short Walk.
That was the first record I ever bought.
I know. Arrow of Love by the 16s was #1. Let's see here. Glory of Love was #2. I mean, records chart that you never see anywhere else. They had the rhythm and blues, top 5 rhythm and blues and top 5 pop, so they put Pat Boone and Jimmy Dorsey and Patti Page in the pops. So all in all, they have these, they celebrate car. I love this. Gogi Grant defends Hound Dog. So she talks about how don't put down songs like Hound Dog. Stand There Mountain by the Planets. Come on.
I've never heard of it.
It was a sort of a LA doo-wop vocal group. So it started in late '56, lasted all of '57, and then in '58, I guess maybe somebody complained to the school board or something. These kids are taking over the paper and they're talking about rock and roll and they have these fast cars and we got to stop them. So
well, let me see the pictures more.
Yeah. So they took this otherwise sort of novel approach, and instead of calling it the teen scene, they took out all the rock and roll columns, all the fast cars, and called it the school scene in early '58, and completely obliterated the kids' approach to that, and took look at that, Dedicated to You is #2. Wow.
Now, why did they do that? Do you think it's because
I think that
the kids...
they didn't want, the school board or the PTA or somebody didn't want the newspaper pushing rock and roll and car culture and like that. So they made them tone it down, and instead of calling it, here we go, Manners for Moderns. There's one column in here though I love. Let's see if I can find it. It's hard to tell. Let's see. It's all sort of different. Let me see here. Yeah, of course I won't be able to find it. Where is it? Military Memos, that's great. Manners for Moderns, that's Cruising Around. See, that's sort of the thing I think they were trying to stomp on then, just like they're trying to stomp on it now. Oh, here we go, Morbid Moments, that's it. I love that logo for Morbid Moments.
What's it say?
Okay. Let's see. And now, gang, another example of Morbid Moments, a column dedicated to those who appreciate the finest in good taste like blood, etc. Hey, you old timers, remember that they started to leave back in the early days of teen scene, where they'd have these reporters go out and interview some really important person and then write up a really important article about this really important person which nobody read. You remember that, you old-timers, huh? Well, just for all you antiquated codgers, recreated in its entirety is Morbid Moments' own version of The Heat Seat, and then a long article.
What year did that come out, that page?
57, let's see, July 5th, 1957.
Wow.
So, let's see. It's an interview with Edgar R. Wimberly, president of Wimberly Rivers, Inc., one of the country's largest, it's hard to read, rivet manufacturers.
Well, you know, we went to a gas station, Wimberly's gas station. That's where we got our gas.
Okay, here's a... Oh,
yeah,
wow.
The guy was named Wimberly, too.
Morbid Moments. Well, we just can't believe it. It seems too fantastic to be true. After weeks of bewilderment, underwhelming odds, we at the teen scene have discovered and established positive proof that at least one person in the San Gabriel Valley reads this column. How can that be true, you may ask? Your hands, it's all sort of.
Okay, well, thanks. That was fun.
Yeah, that's really exciting.